Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's 10 to 14 day video update. So this is going to take us to around the 9th of July, day 10, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that, the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks. We're going to have a look at CFS-V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, and then we'll have a look at the CFS from the weather outlook at the very end of the video. We did a live stream yesterday. It was one of the best live streams I've ever taken part in. It's absolutely fantastic live stream, and in that live stream we showed you CFS data for winter of 2020-21, and we went through one of the individual CFS members from Metro Sylvie 18Z, and it was going for really quite a cold and snowy sort of pattern for Christmas. So it was a lot of fun. Have a look at the live stream if you didn't see it live. Have a look at the replay. It's on the channel and also on the website's homepage, so have a replay, and it was a very, very enjoyable, entertaining live stream, so have a look at that if you couldn't watch it live. But we're going to have a look a little bit more CFS data at the end of the video for the next few months, and that'll be right at the very end of this video, but plenty to get through before then. Now, before I do anything else, I was going to say a big thank you to our latest channel member. So we've picked up some more channel members. So hello and thank you very much to Michael Campbell for becoming a GavsWeatherVids channel member. Thank you so much, Michael, for doing that. Got another 3 to shout out in the next few videos. So if you would like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is click the join button that you see on the GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage or with any of the videos, and it'll take you through to another page where you can sign up and see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member. Thank you so much to all of our channel members. Absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic what you do for GavsWeatherVids. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. Thank you to all of our patrons, all of our donors. Yeah, just absolutely amazing. And also thank you to subscribers. So in yesterday's live stream, we got ourselves to 6,950 subscribers. So we're actually a little bit above that. Well, I think the latest count is that we're at 6,952 or 53 subscribers, so we've got something like another 47 or 48 to put on. We're getting ever closer to our 7k target. We're getting really, really close to it now, not much longer to go, and then we'll be there. So if you haven't subbed the channel yet, then please can you do so. Tell your friends, tell your family as well. If everybody who subs brings a friend, then we will get to it that much quicker. But yeah, thank you so much to all of our subscribers. We've put on more subscribers during June than any month since January 2019, and this is about our 3rd highest month for subscribers in GavsWeatherVids history. Only January 2019 and of course February 2018, the Beast from the East month, beats this June for the number of subscribers we've put on. So it's absolutely phenomenal what you've done for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. We are nearly there. We're not quite there, but we are nearly there, getting ever closer to it. So please sub the channel and tell your friends too as well. Okay, let's go on with the video then. I'm going to start off with the central England temperature. So this is how the CT is currently looking. Provisional up to yesterday, the 27th no, that's actually provisional up to Saturday, isn't it? It's 29th today. So this didn't update yesterday, obviously. So provisional up to Saturday 27th, we're standing at 15.7. That's an anomaly of just over 1.5 degrees above average. It's going to be a warmer than average June, but it will tick down a little bit, of course, over the next few days. These are the 500 millibar high anomaly flowcharts from Penn State University for the next 7 to 10 days. We've got the ECMWF on the top, and the GFS, which we'll have a look in a moment, is on the bottom. So 500 millibars is an area in the absolute high pressure, low pressure. I've been moved around by the jet stream. Blue extrapolates to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange, and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. You can see that within the 7 to 10 day time frame, ECM looks rather zonal, below average heights to the north, above average heights to the south. We're bringing in a westerly flow. This area of high pressure from the Azores is probably beginning to push northwards in towards northern Europe. The GFS is very similar, but it's a little bit more unsettled, but below average heights are slightly deeper to our north and northeast, the above average heights to our southwest, a little bit further away from us, and just generally a stronger westerly flow, and more unsettled too, particularly for northern parts of the country. So cool and a little bit unsettled with the GFS in the 7 to 10 day time frame, taking us into the start of the second week of July. The ECM is the more settled of the two options. GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks looking like this one. Leeds today. So red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Leeds. Starting off close to average at the moment. Temperature is going to tick up as we go through into the end of this coming week and the weekend into the early part of next week. Does get a bit warmer there from around the 5th to say the 7th of July. Then the temperature is dropping away again. There's certainly no sign of a sustained warm up there now before the first half of July. So a couple of days ago, the GFS was flirting with the idea of quite a warm second week of July, but it looks like it's backed away from that now quite a bit. There is a bit of a warm-up going on there, but other than that, it looks like the GFS has backed away slightly from that idea of a warm first half of July, and looking quite unsettled too. Regular precipitation spikes coming through, so it's not a great ensemble really for the first half of July. You have to say it does look rather cool generally. And it does look a little bit unsettled as well now for the first half of July. Of course, things can change very, very quickly, and most precipitation spikes are probably overdone. They usually are on the new version of Wet as Entral, but it does look a bit mixed. It does look a bit cool. Certainly looks rather showery, and no sign of a sustained return to warmer, drier weather at this point. Temperature anomalies from the 29th of June to the 7th of July, cooler than average, quite significantly so actually, not just for the UK, but through most northern and western parts of Europe as well, anywhere from Germany westwards back to Ireland and up to Scandinavia, generally looking below average with the temperature anomaly. Hottest anomalies to average for Spain and Portugal, and then over on the eastern side of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 29th of June to the 7th of July, wetter than average. So it's a cool and wet sort of first week to July anyway, definitely. This is the 3D image showing upper level winds from Earth Null School. We're including these in the daily videos now because you all seem to like these images. So shows things up really, really nicely actually. We've got a deep area of low pressure sitting across Scotland at the moment. Just there we can see that we've got quite a strong westerly wind coming around that area of low pressure. There is another area of low pressure downstream in the Atlantic as well. That's going to be with us later on in the week too. Here's the Azores High, of course, down here, displaced a little bit further away from us than you would typically expect probably at the end of June. So the reason it's gone unsettled is that we are bringing in the jet stream, and we're bringing in these areas of low pressure into the UK and Ireland and Northern Europe as well. I think these 3D images from Earth Null School are absolutely fantastic, and let me know in the comments if you're enjoying seeing those in the daily videos. Right, we're going to go to Meteoseo to have a look at the UK Met, because it hasn't updated at West Central today. So this is how the UK Met is looking for Thursday. Again, rather showery, low pressure sitting over to the east of the country, bringing down these cool northerly winds. On Friday, we try and get a little transient ridge going from the Azores High, that being the Azores High there, of course, but it doesn't last all that long. Low pressure starts running back in as we go through next weekend, Saturday the 4th and Sunday the 5th of July, looking unsettled. Probably not too bad for the south. We are quite close to this 1,020 millibar isobar just across the northern part of France. So for southern areas, probably not too bad over the weekend. Some of the model output you're going to see in a moment will look worse than this for the coming weekend. So UK Met probably suggests reasonably dry and warm weather in the south, but certainly central and northern areas looking quite cool and times pretty wet over the coming weekend. This is how the GFS 6 o'clock run is looking, the 6Z, and this is for Thursday. So again, we're losing that showery trough away to the east on Thursday, getting a little transient bump building up from southwest for Friday, ahead of the next area of low pressure in the Atlantic. Wet and windy through many parts of the country into Saturday. Will be quite warm down in the south, though, as we bring up those southwesterly winds. Probably quite humid feel in the south, and may not be too much rain in the far south over the weekend, because again, we are close to this 1020 millibar isobar, which is like the beginnings of the Azores High ridging in. So we're close to that. May not be too much rain down the south, but certainly the central and northern areas, it does look like a very unsettled weekend indeed. Monday the 6th of July brings the next low in off the Atlantic. That's bringing more rain with it. Quite cool as well. As we head up towards day 10, just start to get a little bit of ridge building from the Azores then, bring drier and somewhat warmer weather to England and Wales. I won't go overboard with an increasing temperature, but certainly it's turning a little bit warmer down in the south and drier. Still quite cool and unsettled in the north, but that warmer, drier interlude doesn't last very long at all. As we go through to the weekend of the 11th, 12th of July, we're generally back into unsettled weather. We are in the very extended range of the GFS now. But it continues to look unsettled, really, right way up to the middle of July. We saw it on the ensemble graph, of course, it's not a surprise, but up to 15th of July, generally, the GFS is keeping things quite cool and unsettled there. Certainly for 6Z, anyway. Excuse me. Then we go through to the GEM. This is what the GEM is showing. So, again, we're losing that showery trough on Thursday. That's moving away to the east, getting a ridge of high pressure building up southwest. For Friday doesn't last all that long into the weekend. This is Saturday, so turning wet and windy in the north and west. Again, we're close to this 1020 millibar isobar here across the south, so it will be a little bit drier and warmer for southern areas over the weekend. I'm not sure there'll be too much rain getting down into the far south, but otherwise generally quite an unsettled weekend coming up, especially for northern areas. Into the following week, so this is weekday, Monday 6th of July, cool, showery northwesterly winds, and then up to day 10, this area of high pressure building in from the west, turning us drier and warmer with the GM. The GM is very much set on turning things dry and warm into this second week of July, which is something that the GFS, of course, was flirting with a few days ago, but the GFS has backed away from it quite a lot. But the GM, yes, does want to bring warmer, drier weather in with the Azores High as we move into the second week of July. Let's see what the ECM has to say. So again, Thursday we're taking that showery trough away to the east. We can have cool northwesterly winds, and then from Friday into Saturday, southern areas a little bit dry, drier and warmer. Northern areas look unsettled. All areas probably quite unsettled by Sunday. Even in the south, we might bring some rain down into the south. Still think southern areas could have quite a humid feel over this weekend, though, because we have got a bit of a southwesterly pushing through there. Monday 6th, next week, again, bring trough low pressure in from off the Atlantic. And then we have this ridge of high pressure building up from the southwest with the ECM2. So by day 10, which again is Thursday the 9th of July, that is turning us drier and warmer once again under 1025 millibar ridge of high pressure. So the GEM and the ECM want to have more in way of higher pressure, warmer, drier weather by day 10. The GFS is not as convinced as that today. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. Rain in the north, showers, longer spells of rain in the north today, and then into the middle of this week, generally just rather showery across many parts of the country. The shower risk actually becomes focused on England and Wales later on in the week, turns drier for Scotland and Northern Ireland. By the weekend, wet and windy weather into the north and west. Southern east areas is Saturday. Southern east areas looking a little bit drier. By Sunday, that rain comes southwards, but turns patchier as it does so. Into next week, it's a case of showers or longer spells of rain, really. Again, focus on England and Wales on Monday. By Tuesday, things are going a little bit drier. And we've gone past day 10. So it does turn a little bit drier as we go further on into next week. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which is the 9th of July, via the Icelandic Met Office. We have 17 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to our northeast, high pressure to our west-southwest. We're bringing in the winds from a westerly to northwesterly flow, turning drier, but will be quite cool. 14 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure to west of the southwest. Low pressure is up to the north, winds are flat westerly. 10 with high pressure over and just to the east of the country, and then another 10 just here has an area of high pressure over the country. That does include the operational run. Operational run not all that well supported by its ensembles today, both from the ECM. However, most of these options do have high pressure involved. So 17 just there have high pressure just to the southwest. The 14 there, again, high pressure just to the southwest. The 10 there, the high pressure is kind of a little bit to the southeast. And then 10 here have the high pressure over the country. So most of those options involve high pressure. It's just the exact placement that the ECM ensembles are differing with a little bit. In 2 weeks' time, this is the option that we've got. This is for the 14th of July. The high pressure event is just out to the west of the country. So again, it's probably mainly dry, but could be a bit on the cool side. We are on the cool side of the ridge, bringing the winds from the northwest. CFS-V2 is looking like this. These are 500 millibar heights breaking down to week periods. The first week period takes us from the 29th of June to the 5th of July. The coming week has below average heights to the northeast. Some northern blocking as well, actually, away to the north. So it does look rather cool and showery for the week ahead. We go through to week 2, which is going to be the 6th to the 12th of July. Now, the CFS wants to start building up some higher pressure here. So it's building up a ridge from the southwest, from the Azores, and sending it eastwards as well. The low pressure is up to the north, and the jet stream is starting to be pushed a little bit further northwards as well. That is turning things drier, and it's also potentially turning things warmer too. But look what happens into week 3. This is summer coming back big time with the CFS today. This is the 13th to the 19th of July. We set up a large area of high pressure right over top of the country. Jet stream is pushed a long way to the north. That really does turn us much drier and warmer there. And then as we go through to week 4, well, the high pressure fest continues. It's 20th, 26th of July. What a contrast to the weather at the moment. High pressure back in business big time, bringing it dry, fine, potentially hot weather to many parts of the country. Winds will be coming in from the east with that. Temperature anomalies with CFS-V2 for week ahead from 29th of June to 5th of July are colder than average, below average temperatures. And that does go into week 2 as well. This is the 6th to the 12th of July. Again, it's below average there. Week 3 is turning warmer though. This is the 13th to the 19th of July, beginning to warm up across England and Wales. And then week 4, which is the 20th, 26th of July, that is also going warmer for much of the country, especially for England and Wales. Precipitation anomalies for week 1, near normal to perhaps ending up being slightly wetter than average. Drier for week 2, this is the 6th to 12th of July, that one is drier than average. Week 3 is also drier than average, it's high pressure dominated, wherever you'd expect it, 13th to 19th of July, drier than average, and drier than average again from the 20th to the 26th of July. So yeah, the CFS wants it to be unsettled like for the next week or so, but then it wants to get the high pressure back quite quickly. The GFS shows no sign of that. The GFS is very unsettled up to mid-July. The GEM and the ECM, though, are probably siding more with the CFS. They want to have the Azores High coming back by the 2nd week of the month. So we shall see. Now, I did promise you something from the CFS extended, didn't I, at the start of the video? So before we sign off, let's just deal with that. So this is from the Weather Outlook. I think this is based on the midnight CFS-V2. Again, you remember that the CFS is run 4 times a day, just as the GFS is. In yesterday's live stream, we showed you the 18Z CFS-V2. This is going to be the midnight run of the CFS, I think, that they have at the Weather Outlook. That's certainly what it's showing, CFS 00Z, and that's the midnight CFS. July, we have above average heights through the country, so the CFS wants to have anticyclonic signal overall for July, as we've just established. August, also looking anticyclonic. This would be great news for GavsWeatherVids summer forecast. Big area of high pressure centred over the top of the country in August. September, the high pressure goes north, which is quite unusual for September. The high pressure goes up towards Iceland and Greenland. It looks like it should be quite settled. I'm not sure it would be that settled, actually. There's quite a bit of low pressure to the south, just there, and I think the jet stream pushes southwards as well. So I would suspect we're going to get low pressure undercutting the block with that, and could be particularly unsettled for England and Wales on that sort of situation. Now that's October. We take the high pressure out to our northwest. Remember, you can see these charts at theweatheroutlook.com. Do check out the Weather Outlook. I'm always trying to give a plug to the Weather Outlook. So my good friend Brian, owner of the Weather Outlook, has helped so much with GavsWeatherVids.com over the years. So please have a look at these charts, and they're updated daily at the Weather Outlook as well. So have a look at them if you can. This is October. The high pressure then goes out to the northwest. A trough of low pressure then starts to set up over Scandinavia, and we start pulling colder north to northeast winds. A taste of winter, perhaps, for October. November also has the above average heights with CFS-V2 out to our west. Probably not as much of a northerly influence as we have in October. Nevertheless, would still be potentially quite a coolish sort of month as well. So quite a cool autumn being signalled there by the CFS actually today. And then what happens into December? This is in line with what we looked at in the live stream yesterday. The blocking goes north, so we set up genuine northern blocking to our north. Low pressure is to our south. Winds are in from an east to northeast direction. That will be a cold and wintry December. We haven't had a cold and wintry December since 2010. Will it be 10 years lucky to get a cold and a wintry December? And then it stays very cold and unsettled into January 2021 as well. Look at that, low pressure to the south. Again, loads of northern blocking. Winds will be in from the east with that. A cold and snowy January signal there. And that's as far as we can go to February. Low pressure to our southwest, and that probably starts to bring up milder air from the southwest, so it's milder probably for February, but certainly for December and January there is a lot of very interesting weather there. Have a look at those charts from the Weather Outlook if you can, yeah, go to Weather Outlook and have a look at those. Right then, so that's it for today's. Man, that's still just a bit of fun. It's just have a laugh at, but it does sort of back up the idea that we looked at in the live stream yesterday. And at the moment, it does seem like the CFS is playing with some quite interesting ideas for this winter, which is a little bit different for its coming winter, which is a little bit different from the CFS because its general default setup tends to be westerly and zonal. So at the moment, the CFS is playing around with colder and more wintry ideas for the coming winter. But again, it's 6 months away, so far out that it is only just for fun, as I keep saying. Okay, so that's it for today's main weather video. We are going to have a forecast update video for the United States tonight. Oh, the last thing I'm going to tell you is this. So please make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to show you the gift. Please like, subscribe, and excuse me again, and tell your friends too. And if everybody who subscribes brings a friend, then we will get to 7K subs that much quicker. Right, thank you so much, everybody, for watching the video. And we'll be back later on with the latest update for the United States. So we'll have that for you probably this evening. But for this video, that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Let us know in the comments what you think. That's all for now, though. Thanks for watching.